Sennheiser's ACCENTUM wireless headphones had a few glaring omissions, so do the ACCENTUM Plus have more to offer? If you give me 5 minutes, I'll tell you all about it. Much like the ACCENTUM wireless before this, the ACCENTUM Plus is a set of plastic constructed headphones that have a relatively decent performance for the price. They use a plastic leatherette ear pads, which are nice and deep. They have an ear sensor flush with the bottom of the cup, and weighing in at 227 grams, these are not heavy by any stretch of the imagination. However, their construction does feel a little bit cheap, and you can tell exactly where they saved their money. For example, the band padding is this strange silicone material. It doesn't have actually a lot of filling in it. Additionally, the plastic feels a little cheap, but that's not necessarily a bad thing given the price is only $229.95. And for a set of active noise canceling headphones, that's pretty good. Controls are not accomplished by using buttons, and instead there is a capacitive touch plate on the right ear cup. This will allow you to do things like skip to track forward, volume up, track backwards, answer calls. You know the deal by now. With connections, we see a few corners cut here as well. For example, it uses the older Bluetooth 5.2 stack. However, Sennheiser made sure to keep their software on lock. This supports multi-point, SBC, AAC, and aptX adaptive. Additionally, there is wired connections now. Unlike the ACCENTUM wireless, this has a TRS plug, which is the 3.5mm to 2.5mm proprietary cables. Yeah. But it also has USB-C audio. So these do come with an app. It's the Sennheiser Smart Control app, and it unlocks features like a 5-band equalizer, firmware updates, and limited control customizations. If you want to make a Sennheiser account, you can also do 2 other advanced features, one called My Sound, which will measure what your ears are shaped like, send the data back to Sennheiser, and then calculate a curve for you. The other one you can use to geofence certain activities, like whether you want full-bore ANC when you're on the train, or if you're at home, you probably want to turn it off. Battery life on this is crazy good at 53 hours and 15 minutes. That absolutely leaves the AirPods Max in the dust and hangs tough with the likes of the Shure Aonic 50 and the Sony WH-1000XM5. The ANC, however, is just a little bit behind the top tier of noise-canceling headphones, being able to attenuate about 80% of outside noise. These do okay, pretty good nonetheless. If you're a frequent international traveler, however, you might want to find other headphones. As far as sound quality goes, these slightly miss the mark, but they're not bad at all. In our testing in the lab, with an overall mean opinion score of 4.1, these land solidly in the good territory. But let's unpack that a little bit further. What do the measurements say? Well, there were a couple deviations from our curve. Notably, there is a little bit of extra sub-bass, and there's a boost in the 5 to 7 kilohertz range. And what that roughly translates to is that there's going to be a little bit extra thump and kick drums and 808s, and it's some cymbal splashes and other cymbal noises like hi-hats. There'll be a weird peakiness that it can be a little grating if there's a ton of noise in your mix. And beyond that, though, they follow our curve pretty well, so there's really not much to nitpick here. As far as mic quality goes, we had 64 people rate it so far, and over 80% of our respondents marked these somewhere between okay and good, which is about what we'd expect, but still nice to get that confirmation. So if you're on the fence between the Sennheiser ACCENTUM wireless and the ACCENTUM Plus, I can make it easy for you, just get the Plus. The ACCENTUM wireless isn't bad. It's not. It's just not really where it needs to be, and it's because of the missing features. So if you're looking for options that are not in the Sennheiser stable, you're looking pretty much at the Anker line of ANC headphones or the Sony WH-CH720N. However, I will point out that neither of these ranges have the connectivity options that the Sennheiser ACCENTUM Plus has, nor does it have the same sound quality. You're taking a hit on anything you do. So, if you have these on your radar and you're thinking, should I buy them? Well, yeah, you probably should. Typically, people who are looking specifically for this model of headphones know what they want. They want decent sound quality, they want decent ANC, and they want a decent price. And as far as that mix goes, there are very few headphones on the market that meet all of those. They're not going to be your AirPods Maxes. They're not going to be the best on the market. However, if you're only looking to spend $200, $250, you're not really going to get better for that price point. And if my unsettlingly accurate biological clock ticking has told me anything, it's been 5 minutes. So thank you for joining us here at SoundGuys, and happy listening.